and did I do this right? I did. Yay! Hi, we're back.
Huzzah.
Okay, so we've been in a fight with some scary spookies in the water, and the aboleth has decided to grab, quite literally, the Hydra, pick it up out of the water, and the Hydra's just like all of its mouths are flailing. You can tell that it's just kind of like animalistic, and just not very smart. Cal, the Chul is still grappled to you, but is no longer like actively aggressing you. And the aboleth now addresses you all in the same sort of telepathic fashion. So now you can for sure see that like its mouth isn't mouthing words that you're hearing. This is all just being telepathically communicated with you all.
You have destroyed the tool I intended to use. But you've also destroyed the pathway for the Great Wave to take my domain from me. This confuses me. What is your motivation here?
When we came with the goal of destroying the node, the pathway that you referred to. And the tool's destruction was just a cause and somewhat of a side effect of it.
In all my time and of all my memories, I recall not one person who would relinquish such power so easily. I now see 5. What is it you plan to do next?
The same thing in the air dungeon of Doom Hell. Also, there's a stunning sensation in my neck. Can you like get rid of that?
I am no healer, and even if I was, I am not yet decided on the fate of what happens next.
Cool.
Cool.
Is there anything we could do to sway you in our favor?
What is your favor?
Life.
Being able to leave. We're almost done with destroying similar things like these, and at this point we're so close, and we really want to finish.
You may admire what you wish, but I will allow you to leave without further conflict on the condition that you cause no further conflict with myself or my servants.
Absolutely, totally, yes. We do not want to be here. Our goal is not to... I mean, our goal is kind of to destroy things, but only in a... there are some cults, like that Gar guy, that are like trying to release things from other planes, and we would rather that not happen to this plane because this plane is already cool. So, yes, please let us leave. That would be dope.
In this manner, it seems our motivations align. Be gone.
And it will dive with the Hydra.
Oh my god.
How do we get out?
Yeah, we don't have a boat.
We don't.
Cal, the Chul will let go of you and also dive.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck up here. Like I can't go like this way. I can go this way, and that.
Can I fly up to her and just like guide her down?
Yeah.
That'd be
Okay.
sick.
Amazing.
That'd be dope.
It is kind of getting to the point that oh wait, no, it's a 10-minute spell.
Yeah.
Nope, it's lingering.
Yeah, no, I got time.
All the time.
Yeah,
in the
I have
world.
to go land because I'm running out.
So I'm just gonna guide you back to the center.
Tight.
Okay, so Whirl. It's about that time.
I was gonna say, how many turns did that take?
Yep.
Oh, is the sea still churning, by the way?
No,
Is
it has
Cal
stopped.
is Cal still in the
He's not swollen in the toilet
Cal's
bowl
not the
anymore.
toilet. No.
It's like the fantasy version of a lazy river, but it's just in a
Yeah.
circle.
Just a
I gotta look at Whirl's character sheet real quick just to make sure.
I'll do a little swim up there then.
Okay.
Would I have had like any indication that things are getting worse, and maybe had the ability to like flag a friend over and be like, "Hey, could you fucking deal with my neck?"
Yeah, this would be the moment that happens. So
Cool. Okay.
the burning sensation now spreads. It like feels like it's on the surface of your skin. From like the neck part, like right here, kind of like imagine like a stereotypical vampire bite. From like that spot downward across your shoulder, and now starting on your back, and you'd see that your skin starts to become a little bit slimy.
Oh, guys.
Ew. Ew, what the hell?
I
Oh.
don't know. Who fixed this?
Ew.
What is this? Were you poisoned? Were you?
I don't know. He just slapped me and it burned, and now I'm turning into goo.
fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna use lesser restoration just to see if that does anything.
It does not.
Fuck.
Beans.
How long do you think we have?
How much more goo am I? I don't know.
It's just spread that much, and it kind of stopped there.
Okay.
It's been a minute since you were originally hit.
Yep.
So there's there's the timeline so far.
And I've healed you since.
Correct.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Messed up. That
Because I
should
did
have had
mass
effect.
healing.
Yes. That was
Yeah.
after I got
Oh.
next left.
I messed up. That should not have been able to affect her.
All right. Well, I will subtract that 15 points.
Shit.
Oh,
So you
crap.
can take your lesser restoration back as I think an appropriate retcon, because you would have been able to notice. If I'm going to retcon that the healing won't happen, I will absolutely retcon that you would know that it didn't have effect on her. So you can take that
Okay.
lesser restoration back.
I mean, it was just a use, so I'll just use it again sometime.
I don't have anything that I could help
You-
with.
Alright.
Wanna, like splash some water on it? I don't know. I don't.
Sure. let's splash more water on it.
Actually,
I'll instant
water
cast.
feels soothing on the burning sensation.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Like
in
more
a
than
in a right. Yeah. Like I want to be in it. I'm just gonna like lean.
I'll I don't
Like hold your hand as you like dip your
Yeah.
shoulder into the
I'm
water.
I'm just gonna, yeah. No, I dislike this. I mean, the water did feel like really nice. Like it shouldn't feel that nice. Yeah.
I mean, considering there's like spooky monsters that live in here, they probably poop in this water, so like that's weird.
Yes. Yeah, it does not seem. I don't really have a like purify water from goo spell on me, so.
I can, but it'll take 10 minutes. But I don't know if it would work though. think we need to just leave and get back to the college as soon as possible because none of us have something.
I think God has something.
I don't.
You don't have greater restoration?
I used all my spells, so I don't have greater restoration.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn into a fucking mermaid, guys.
Okay. No.
I mean, maybe should I just like be in the water? Like maybe I should just like I'm just gonna like start scooting towards the edge of the island and see if that helps anything.
Do you want me to put like a child leash on you so you can't get too far?
Yeah.
I will, being very careful so that I'm not like touching the area, the affected area. I'm actually going to like, I don't know, carefully grapple whirl and get into the water with her. And so I'm gonna like, just like hold on to her as we're kind of floating and swimming in the water.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know if this is
like right there.
if this can do anything. I don't know if this can do anything, but with how shitty I'm rolling today, can I see if Osiris can help us with this?
Oh. You absolutely can, as long as you have it hasn't been...
I've got a divine
He's not
intervention.
used it in a while.
I haven't used it in a while, and it's never succeeded for me.
Yeah, it
so,
only matters if it's ever succeeded, because that's when the 7-day timer starts,
No.
but that's
Right.
it.
And
No.
for the record, Taryn could also use it because it's been
I
more than
can.
7 days since your last use too.
Yep. I want to try something else if this doesn't work before I use
Okay.
Jesus, Alabuda, somebody
So
save me.
I have to roll. I have to roll a D100.
Yes,
Yep,
less than
and
a
you
14.
need it.
Less than
do-
14.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
It's hard. It's very hard.
It is very
Okay.
hard.
Okay. I mean, again, I've been rolling pretty
I know.
crap today, so
What does the world
Okay.
look like now? Is it getting worse?
Being in the
I'm gonna
water feels especially good, especially on the visually affected area. And you're feeling a bit more. Well, I can't really tell you how you feel other than the actual sensation. The sensation is good.
Cool.
You're feeling like you're on the right track with being in the water or having water
Cool.
on it.
Does it look worse?
Nope.
I guess that would have to be a Cal question.
I mean, we need to get out of here.
Yes.
How many water skeins and things do we have? Like, can we just collect a bunch of water?
I mean, yeah.
Does it
so
look
that
like
we can get out?
Yeah.
I
How
want
do
to
we
try
get
and see
out?
if something helps, so we don't have to worry about. Maybe this will slow it down, whatever it is. And I want to cast Circle of Power, which functionally it keeps things from it makes doing magical saving throws easier. It says advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, but the actual description reads that divine energy radiates from you, distorting and diffusing magical energy. So I want to know if that somehow would tamper with it.
Everybody make a nature survival check, please. Before you do this, Taryn.
Okay.
20. Nope. That's an 18.
21.
14.
Teeth.
Okay, Cal and Whirl, you're not sure enough to make a call, but the rest of you are actually quite confident, especially Taryn, is that this is an actual poison of some sort, not a magical effect.
Oh, cool. It's a poison.
Shit.
Oh, I can help with poisons.
I can do poison.
Let's see. Can I do it today though? That's the.
Oh, someone got an elixir of health at some point. We grabbed one from somewhere.
I don't have one in my
Okay,
pack.
I wrote it down that I had it, but I don't know if who is visibly holding
Someone does have one. Yes,
right, and we
I
have
do
not
remember that.
used it.
I don't have it written down anywhere
Okay.
on mine.
Well, I have it written down, so I'm gonna say that I have it.
That's fair.
Works for
which-
me.
Can I try drinking the elixir of health? I'm gonna try it. I think it might not
You
work.
can try it, absolutely.
All right. Oh God, I think it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna. Okay, and I'll check it.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like bad cough syrup.
Ugh, gross.
It's like thick. It's like actually, I'm gonna make it worse. Has anyone here ever had pediatric or like child's ibuprofen liquid?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But like the purple stick, that's what it
Ew.
tastes like. It has to
Nice.
taste bad.
Oh god.
I don't think it's gonna work, but I want to try it.
Where's the one that I'm looking? Oh.
I drank it.
So. Okay. I'll wait to do this until afterwards.
Okay. Whirl for a moment. After drinking it, you can feel that it is, I guess the best way I can describe it is it's attempting to help, but does not end up changing anything for you.
Okay.
Oh no! We lost Ash again.
No.
She said, "Oh shoot, BRB."
Oh no.
Oh dear. I'm not gonna go to break yet, because we just had a break, and she should be pretty quick to get back.
There.
But the
My like,
rest of us.
actual neck is now starting to tingle because of terror.
So what else? What else are we thinking, guys?
So she's gonna look down at herself. Is it spreading, or is it still just like in the area we first talked about?
It's still just in that area, and your skin is becoming sort of translucent in the affected area. Affected area.
Okay.
I
don't
mean,
think-
would a medicine check give me anything beyond it's a poison?
It could. Yeah, go ahead and make that
Cool. I'm gonna do a medicine check.
Can I help? with that?
18.
No, I can't. Oh, I
Okay.
can. I can help. I have proficiency,
Oh.
so I'll give you advantage on that.
check. Yep, go for it.
Okay.
Yes.
27.
Okay.
That is a 20 plus 7.
Yes. It's a natural 20.
You in your upbringing, from your upbringing, would recall that there are some very rare types of poison that it's like a subset of poison, but can only be cured by very powerful disease-curing magic only. Potions will not help.
Unfortunately, my disease curing magic is gone to sleep.
Okay.
Mine
So
Today.
is not here.
can we get out of here? Because I think I'm becoming Alex Mack, and I would like to be Whirl instead of Alex Mack. So
I need
can we
powerful.
call someone to get us out of here? Do we try and swim out of here? Because the water seems pretty dope to me right now, but we also lack a boat. And I had a plan for tomorrow, but I don't think I have until tomorrow.
Gert, I will give you a little bit, just a smidge more, since it was a nat 20, and I know that's not normally a thing, but you know what? Fuck it. The rolls have been rough for everybody today. I think this is where I'm going to land. 6th level spell or higher that would cure disease is necessary.
Yeah, again, I'm all higher leveled out right now.
Sure.
But also that means, that's interesting, actually, though. Because greater restoration is 5. And it doesn't level up.
You can't upcast it.
Mm-mm.
You can use another spell slot, a higher spell slot to use it if you need it, but it doesn't do anything different.
Can you? Because it's not listed under like my 7th
That is
level spells or anything.
That is a. Thank you for saying that, Ash. That is a detail that, at least for me, I'm willing to work with. So, you can't upcast the spell in that if you cast it at higher level, it doesn't have extra effect mechanically.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still count it as a 6th level disease curing spell.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
Great.
I still don't have any of that. I am at level 4. Like that's what we've got right now.
All right. I'm putting my eggs in a basket, and I'm gonna use my divine intervention to try and get rid of it. All right. The 100. Damn it.
Wow, you guys
Okay.
basically rolled the same number.
Yeah, basically.
Can I? I mean, they made a good point earlier, but I would like to see, like, does it look like anything is getting worse in being in the water?
Make a perception check, please.
15.
You are confident that while she's in the water, nothing is progressing any farther.
Okay.
Oh. Dang.
This seems to be very tame while we're submerged here. Given that most of this place is in water, and I can swim and breathe okay, and
I can breathe okay, or just hold my breath for a significant amount of time.
I imagine that we might just have to traverse some of this area in the water until we can find a different way of approaching this.
Until we can reach out to the school
Mm-hmm.
and get someone to come out and help.
Are we confident we can't reach the school here?
I don't know.
I can try.
It's like, yeah, we got a couple of tries.
I
Yeah.
just don't know if they would appreciate, or I forgot what his name is. I don't know if the aboleth would appreciate, having more people know about where he is, and that might.
Well, listen, he
That's
decided to
what I
turn me into goo, and so I don't really care if he appreciates it or not. I just don't want to be goo.
What if we get back to the big bubble area? You're in the water.
Yeah.
Things are.
Laurel, are you able to? Would you mind if we tried something, another experiment of sorts, to see how severe this may be?
Sure. What are you thinking? I get out of the water, see if it gets worse?
I would like to attempt something here. Regardless, we are stuck in the middle of water and everything.
Right.
We will need to find some way out. But if we can make this easier on you, I may have an idea. GM, I have in my possession a piece of a banner still. That's kind of like, that was like my, from the beginning, the thing as like an other possession that I had from the military rank or whatever. So I'm imagining that it's just kind of like a Lord's Alliance, like maybe an older version of their emblem flag, something like that, on this banner.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that it is properly like dampened, and I'd like to put it over the like affected area.
Ah, okay.
Just like keep the area wet like a dolphin.
Exactly.
Great.
If we can keep, if this essentially works as a bandage, we can just quickly, resubmerge the bandage, reapply, and keep it moist as possible. But that way you don't have to necessarily worry about being submerged. But I'd
Okay.
like to try it out before going too far.
Okay. So you do that, and observing it. Remember, your only solid timeline to this point has been a minute from moment of impact to the first real effect happening. And then since then, you've quickly been submerged into the water, right? Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
doing Cal's wet bandage approach and observing out of the water again, a minute passes and nothing seems to have gotten worse. Another minute passes, nothing seems to have gotten worse. After 3+ minutes, the bandage will start to dry a little, and you'll feel a little bit of the burning sensation start to creep back in. And then maybe test Cal's theory. If you continue to get it more wet, will it help? And it does seem that, as long as it stays wet or at least damp, it doesn't seem like the effect is getting any worse.
So yeah, let's fill up everything that we can fill up with water so that we can just keep pouring water onto the bandage so that it stays wet.
I mean,
I have my donut hole barrel that we had from a while ago.
yeah. Cal, what time is it?
I will check the watch to see where we are in the 24-hour span of things and kind of pay close attention to where it starts.
Where it starts is very clearly approaching sunset. And then for the next, for the rest of the cycle, goes into a clear evening and a calm, warm day ahead.
Unfortunately, there's no rain ahead, but we are approaching end of day, it seems.
I mean, I can make rain happen. How are you guys? Because it seems like it's about to be a very, very long day. If we spend a lot of time, rinsing my Band-Aid.
Well, while we are here, we can take advantage of the atmosphere, but as soon as we exit and begin to go onto drier land, we will need to pay more attention to this. So, I suppose from my time, circling the drain, I know there's the place that we came in, and then there's the falls there, and I think I've gotten, correct me if I'm wrong, I think I might have gotten a good view of each of the falls from each angle.
So yeah, we have to keep ourselves a little honest with what, and luckily Streamview can't see this because of the limited, just looking at where we're at right now. But so the waterfall to your north, those of you who had been in the air any higher than 20 feet would have been able to see, I'm going to speak in code now, what you currently see on the map. You came in through the waterfall on the east, so you know all that stuff already. The waterfall on the west, the map is keeping you honest whether you want to be or not. It's kind of like a cavern, but clearly that's another waterfall. Again, all of which are about 20 feet up to their height point. Cal, you would not have been able to see much for any of those beyond that they are clearly waterfalls, and then tall ceilings above their mouths.
I think I can. I mean, again, depending on how we're doing this, I was like in the swirl up and around here. Do I notice? And I'd be happy to make a check to see if I did notice this.
You would have at least noticed it, and now
Okay.
is as good an opportunity as any to check things out farther, if you're trying to look for something in particular.
Yeah, so I guess while folks are kind of settling in, maybe this is an opportunity for everyone to kind of maybe take a break or something like that. I wouldn't mind swimming and going up to check out that little area, and I'll let everybody know that I in battle I had seemed to have noticed a little alcove of sorts or something. I can swim out and see if it might be prosperous for an exit.
Okay. So I'll scoot you to here. Well, maybe there. You'd only get about halfway out before noticing that it is a dead end. But, you know, not in the throes of a big fight and everything, and like the entire body of water swirling around you. It's easy enough to see that it is, along with like this area right here and maybe a bit of this area right here. It's rather tucked in compared to the rest of the open water, and even from this distance you can see it's pretty calm and still.
Can I still make my way out, like, inside to check it out?
Mm-hmm. Are you being intentionally careful about how far you move yourself, or what are you thinking?
No, I mean you had moved me a little bit before, so I don't know. I would like to like maybe get up in there and.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, sorry, I'm understanding what you mean now. So getting to even before this point, like maybe about here, you'd notice that the water is significantly shallower the farther you get into here. And then about the point that you're at right now, you can actually stand up by this point, and for you, the water goes up to not even your waist. And then another square further would be like, if you wanted to, you could actually like sit in it like a little kiddie pool. It's that shallow.
All right, but nothing. I don't notice anything of note or.
Right, yeah. No check necessary, because this is... well, yeah, make a check. Make a check. Perception check, please. Because of other things. Okay, so... Checking it out in detail, and despite the inherent sort of concealing that water can do to things, you're confident that nothing is really hidden in here. It does look like a just sort of natural carve out that, you know, water does over a long period of time. No secret passageways, no items are hidden, no secret little alcoves with things tucked in behind. It simply is a little just shallow pool off to the side of the big one.
Okay. I'll start to make my way back, but before I go back to the island, I think I'd want to come back where we came from first, or at least like look in that direction. Yeah.
Okay. Also looking for like potential exits.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this point for a way out.
Ah, okay.
That is hopefully not very complicated, like
Right.
above a like having to swim up a waterfall,
Right. Okay.
if possible.
So I'll give you this description, then I'll pause here and just come back to the group for a minute, because I would imagine this takes at least a couple minutes for you to swim and observe all this. This is oh, I see it's cut off a little. It does cut off. Why is that being... Oh, that's why. Going a little further in. It's kind of a larger version of that sort of shallowed out pool that you saw on the northeast side. It gets very calm by about here. Like the water doesn't really seem to be reacting to the churning of the waterfall at all anymore by this point. And it's again very shallow. Like someone could even sit here comfortably without having water like dangerously high.
Okay.
Coming back to the group, so Cal has let you know that he's sort of checking out for potential ways out other than the waterfalls themselves, and this takes a couple minutes. So is there anything you guys would like to do or discuss over here as that's happening?
Can we tell like what kind of water this is? If this is fresh water or salt water, just to make sure we don't accidentally kill our new fish friend?
Yeah, no check necessary because the test for that is fairly simple. You would be smart enough to tell if you just like stuck your finger in it and took a taste. It's not salty.
Great.
Cool. All right. Sick. I will take my water skin and just fill it with this water, just in case it has to be this water.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll dunk my my barrel that I got from my donut holes into the water and fill it all the way up.
I wonder what would happen if you got back to that floaty orb of water at the entrance to this place.
Of which
It's
there
just-
are 5 right here.
Oh, really?
I mean,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Remember
Yeah, 'cause they were
pull up
floating
the hand
around.
here. I'll pull
Yeah,
up
there were a bunch of them. Did
Oh,
you try
shit.
something stupid?
I mean, well, I would, but that's just the way that my brain is wired. That's
Yeah.
right. There are multiple.
I'm gonna dimension door inside one of the orbs.
This is fun. This is fun.
Everybody's like, well, shit. World's dead. No, I'm kidding. All right.
So my backup
Blocks
character.
fall, everyone dies.
So, Cal, you're on your way back from this corner, and you see Whirl cast a spell and teleport from the shore of the island to inside one of the big water bubbles.
The closest size to me, I think, one.
They're all about the same. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
7 foot in diameter.
Nice.
And when you find yourself in this orb, you're kind of like switch to breathing underwater. Wait, do you breathe underwater or hold your
I
breath?
hold my breath super well. I
Okay.
just hold my breath.
You hold
So
your breath.
you're gonna get a lot of hand signals for the rest of the amount of time that we do this afterwards.
Okay. So the sensation around you feels like you are underwater. So like the pressure of being underwater, you know what I mean? It feels exactly the same, except you are now floating in the air. And the bubble starts to move away
Can I
from
move
its formation around with the others. It starts to just kind of generally float away from the middle. You ask, can you move it?
Yeah. Can
Like-
I like if I start like swimming?
Like
Can I, like,
hamster ball.
Physically, yeah.
bubble.
Can I like hamster ball control where it goes?
When you start swimming, your location within the bubble changes.
Okay.
The bubble does continue to float, but roll a wisdom check for me, please.
Ooh.
Jack.
Yes.
11.
After a moment of trying to swim, you realize that your intent changes the bubble, changes its direction,
Oh.
and maybe turn one way and start to float that way.
Okay. So I'm just gonna like go back to floating in it and just think about it going down.
It goes down.
Oh. Let's do one of these.
Yeah. I'm
What?
I'm gonna point. This is just all point. I'm gonna go.
Okay, if I understood that correctly, she's just like super hyped to be in this water bubble. It's just like, hell yeah, this rules. Okay.
It looks kind of fun. I mean, she hasn't
It
left
does
the.
look kind of fun.
Okay, I'm going to swim to the top of my bubble, pop my head out enough that I don't have to, that I can breathe, but that the rest of me is as covered as possible, and go, okay, so I got in the bubble, and then I thought about it moving,
Stop.
and then it.
You get that far and fall completely through the bubble
Okay.
into the water.
Shit. Into the water.
And then
Okay.
the bubble slowly floats back to its original spot in the formation, just rotating around.
Are you okay?
Just discouraged.
Is that how we get out?
Yeah, stupid question. Does anyone want to put me back in another one of the bubbles? Because I can't get back up there now. I guess I could, if I could get underneath one, I guess I could put the balloon pack on and levitate just straight into the air into one.
I thought it floated back to its original position.
Right. So what I'm saying is if I could position myself in the water directly underneath one and then put on my balloon pack and float directly up because you can't move back and forth with a levitate.
Is there a way to like ascend this like weird rocky coral structure and jump into one of these things? Are they close enough to do that?
You could, you could climb to a point and take a leap. Yeah.
I want to try. I'll pick a
Okay.
different one. That one Whirl has claimed. That's her bubble.
All right. It doesn't take very long. You're able to, again, there's like slowly just sort of circling around. And all about 15, 20-ish feet off the ground is like the lowest point of all of them. And you jump at one. The second your finger, like of your most outstretched hand, touches the surface, bloop,
Cool.
it forms over you.
Like an amoeba.
Yeah. And you are now floating in a bubble of water. Again, just as with Whirl, but you didn't experience that for yourself. But the description stays the same. You have the sensation of being underwater.
Tight. Okay. I'll just
Oh,
give
well,
a thumbs
so you
up.
breathe underwater.
I mean, I can't, so there's that, but I can hold my breath for as long as I can try. I can give the old college try.
So you can enter it and you can't exit it, or it will spit you back out.
So, could we, I guess, quickly for this, because I don't know about y'all, but I can't hold my breath very long. Could we get up? Because I was flying and I flew like 60, between 30 and 60 feet in the air. There's a boat over there in the north one. Could we go up the
Waterfall?
waterfall? Thank you.
Got you.
And get to that boat and try to get out.
I mean, if you guys get to the boat and I stay in a bubble, that sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Or we could just haul you.
Or just
Tie a
drag my
rope
body
to you.
along.
Yeah, we
behind
tow
the
you. We tow you behind the boat.
I mean,
How
I'm
fast
game.
did the
Yeah.
boat like?
Is Cal back with us?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I should have specified that. Cal, you are definitely back by now and seeing all this happen.
All right. How does everybody else feel about that?
I have been working so hard, and all of you are just playing games now. What is the meaning of this?
Well, I realized that if I'm in the floating bubble of water, that I don't have to be in the moving downstairs water, and also I can move it around with my brain. So maybe if we go into the bubbles, then we can just go up the water without like it being hard, other than that you guys all have to actually hold your breath, and he can just breathe in it. But that's, I mean, also, are you doing okay in your bubble? Do we need to start this? Do we need to decide this like right now?
Iz is gonna point at Whirl and cast message, whispering and therefore letting air out, saying, "Should I try and move this with my brain?"
Iz, make a perception check, please.
Okay. 20.
In speaking even softly, you let air out of your lungs. You know you would have enough life experience to understand what that feels like underwater.
Mm-hmm.
It does not feel like that here.
What does it feel like? Is it just
Feels like you're in air.
Is it chunky air?
Chunky air, so we can just get in them.
chunky air? Chunky air.
That's so fucking cool.
Iz is gonna do a real dumb thing and try and breathe in.
You can breathe.
I will continue another message. Back to Whirl. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, I can breathe in here. This is totally fine. Everyone get in a bubble and just do cool things.
Shit.
Oh my god, I love that.
Alright.
Can I try moving it? Like, towards that waterfall? Because I would have also been able to see above, like, what's in the northern area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm gonna
So
mentally strain my way over there.
you are able to move the bubble, and Whirl, I should have given you this as well, so you'll know this, even though you're not in a bubble currently. The amount that you're able to move is very little.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be about, if we were in initiative, it would be a movement speed of 10 feet.
Sure.
Got it.
I mean, so it would take us.
Float.
It would take us a while, but it would be doable.
Cool.
Eventually, yeah. As long
I
as
mean-
nothing like shot at us.
And
Sure.
frankly, for now, like until we end up actually in initiative or like a dangerous move fast type of situation,
Right.
I'm gonna say, while you're in a bubble, you can move yourselves freely. We just gotta remember, at least like for flavor's sake, because this is really cool. You're floating along slowly in these big water bubbles.
It's adorable.
Blending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Really?
now it's just getting us all into the bubbles that is going to be, because they're all in the air. About how high?
15, 20 feet. Like I said,
Yeah.
they're all about the same level, and is just demonstrated that you can simply climb up the shrine here and jump into them.
Okay, I'm gonna like
Oh, yeah.
and like take a running start and leap up to one as fast as I can, so that I'm not out of water for very long.
All right. Yeah,
You
same
still have the
thing.
bandage on your neck, though.
Well, yeah, but it's still gonna dry fast enough that I'm like, the faster I can just be from water to water, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that.
So, same thing's going to happen, and all of you are able to see it clearly, especially as a second instance now. The second, or the moment that any, like the outstretched hand of Whirl made contact with the bubble like enveloped her itself.
Guys, this is so cool.
Can
I don't even
we-
have to hold my breath.
Yeah, can we hear
Can
that?
is awesome.
we hear from the outside?
You
Oh,
can
dope.
hear, it's a little bit what you'd expect
yeah.
from like trying to talk underwater and like kind of
Like
muffled.
echoey.
But it's not like talking through solid water. It's just, like Andrea said,
No,
just a
it's
little
so
echoey.
cool in here.
Yeah, it's not that severe. It's just like a little bit echoey.
And there are 5 of them.
There
All
are 5.
right.
All right.
Gert grabs a bubble.
Aaron grabs a bubble.
Yes, I suppose I will grab one as well.
And now we
All
play
right.
bumper bubbles.
Yay. Iz is just doing like flips and shit in it. Just like,
Whirl, it is noteworthy that other than the whole breathing thing, the effects of being underwater are exactly the same. So your affliction is
I
not
go upside
progressing
down.
any worse.
Okay.
For you and for everyone else, I mean, like, you're clearly wet. You are, in all ways, you are underwater, except for the fact that you can breathe as if you were not.
That's
Cool.
If I go upside down, do I get that burning feeling of water going into your nose?
Nope.
Cool.
Whoa.
It's like always perfectly equilibrium water relative to you.
cool.
Wow.
Crazy.
Can this cure my vertigo? Woo.
Okay. Do we go up that waterfall like you talked about?
Yeah, are we going to the boat?
I don't think we even need the boat. I think we could just go all the way to the end.
I mean, we don't know how long these last. Just that if you decide to exit them, you will exit them.
That's fair.
So
And they're kind of slow, and I'm getting a little tired.
I mean, I plan on staying in one as long as fully possible, like to the amount of like if y'all get in the boat, I might just slowly bubble along after you. Because then I don't have to try except for use my brain.
Iz is now pretending to run in place really, really fast and just like moving at a snail's pace.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Come on, y'all, let's race. Let's go. Woo!
Oh.
So yeah, we're going up.
Okay, so now you can feel free to move yourselves. And if you're looking up here, let's say you get to about right here, and I'll describe what I need to describe for you. Like right at the top of the waterfall. That is over here.
Whoa, spooky.
Oh, Cal, I gotta get rid of your aura.
Move out of the way.
Oop. Oh, yeah, I'm assuming
they've been
it's-
gone by now.
It's probably been
Owl
10
is
minutes,
just
so
consistently raging.
Taryn, I think your
My temp.
inspiration is gone.
Oh yeah. What about my temp HP? How long does that last?
An hour from when I cast it, which was
An hour? Ooh, cool.
some amount of time ago. I don't remember when.
At
Okay,
a point.
so what you observe up here, like basically at the point that you sort of cross the threshold, imagine like if the waterfall was going all the way up to the ceiling and not just down to the floor. That sort of line, when you cross that veil, what you see up here is a massive shipwreck, and it's storming in this area, but only by visual effect. You can't hear any rain, you can't hear any thunder. You can only see the rain, see the lightning, and this mashup of wrecked ships in the middle of this pool here. And during one flash of lightning, and this is going to be like instantaneous, it's just going to take a second to describe, you're going to see 4 small ships, one of which is helmed by a slightly different looking Gar Shatterkeel. And he is going to essentially be mutinied by his crew right in front of your eyes. He's going to get totally beat up to the point that you'd swear he's dead by the crew and just tossed into the water. And a few, at least days, will pass. Turns into, looks like weeks. And at one point you can all feel this incredibly powerful presence within the water sweep in and pick him up and take him to right over here. But in, oh geez, I don't even have the stream view here, sorry guys. Right over here. But it's not inside this cavern anymore, it's like a small island that is dry land. And The water itself crests and stays at the precipice of its crest. And you can hear muffled words being spoken to Gar Shatterkeel before the wave recedes again. And then the flash of lightning is over and you're back here. Gert, after everything all you guys have been through and having read the things that you've read, there's no doubt in your mind that what you've just witnessed is, in a way, a memory.
But whose memory? Gar's memory?
There's again, you've all experienced enough of this that there's really no check necessary for any of this. But like for all of you at the base level, something about like the magical energy that's just imbued in these places, and you know, all that, everything you've experienced because of it, and it's been in like variations in one place versus another. It just seems like there are lingering magical effects and memories and experiences throughout these places. You're just becoming more aware of them as you experience them more and become more powerful yourselves.
So, is the shipwreck itself physical, or is that also illusory?
Those ships are definitely there.
But they're all trashed. Like nothing is.
In the vision that you just saw, they were all intact.
Okay.
While Gar was being mutinied.
And obviously these are the same ones.
It is obvious enough that they are, yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Do we?
Going. Oh,
Yeah. Do we keep bubbling up, out, a direction?
I think we have to.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought I'd feel a little bad for Gar?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a running theme that everyone that's come into power within these different cults was a person, and like perhaps a decent person at one point. And they maybe were corrupted by these powers. Maybe they were shitty to begin with. I don't really know. But
or they, when they were conflicted, they chose wrong.
yeah.
Maybe that was probably the moment that Gar felt the most conflicted and was presented with power.
I mean, it was also probably dead.
Broken. Yeah.
Like, what other choice would you have made at that point?
Yeah.
I can leave you to be dead, or I can make you not dead and also give you some like weird spiny shit on your body.
But
There's people out there that would have said no.
that's why I think that's why it was at a moment of such in such a low in his life, or the end of it even, because then it would be so much easier for him to say yes.
But also, there's a reason that his crew mutinied.
Yeah.
So,
We all do the ships look like pirate ships, or are they just like, or is it like not able to tell like what they were used for?
I'm gonna say in order to try to surmise that, you need to get closer, and then make a investigation check. for this.
So right now, before I investigated, I would say, we also don't know what kind of job he had at sea. He could have been a pirate, or he could have been, part of the Navy somewhere. So,
Do we want to go look?
yeah, I'm trying to move my
When-
thing, but it's sticky.
I guess, yeah, when that whole thing was happening, did I notice anything? When Terrence said that, that's going to trigger me thinking, did I see anything like militaristic that would have stuck out to me?
Yes. So checking it out, even from here with Terran starting to float away, you do see some tattered flags with insignia representing to you what would have been enemy factions, dragon cult factions. And then among them, you see some that are unfamiliar, at least at this distance. Terran, you would need to make... Oh, yep, you got that investigation. Okay. Really difficult to tell what's what. You can see that the tatterings of different flags. I'm going to say 3 different flags across the ships overall. And it's always at least 2 at a time.
Like there are 2 flags on a ship, or
There are always at least 2 pieces of at least 2 flags on a ship.
okay.
Doesn't look
I
familiar.
don't know. I can't make anything out of it. just the torn flags.
I mean, I think the furthest I've gone, like westward towards the sea, is our time in Waterdeep, and even then, that's not the ocean. So I don't know that I would be of help trying to figure that out.
I lived by a river, but people don't really river as much. So
Hey, same.
Cal, Gert, do you know anything about the ships?
I don't feel like I would have any real information.
thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That hole.
So do we want to continue trying to get out of here, or do a deeper dive on these ships?
I mean, I would love
I
to
think-
not be here.
Yeah. I
But
think
that's also because I'm turning into water.
I
Yeah,
think
we don't
need
want
to get
that.
that handled
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
If we-
where are we trying to go when we leave here? Is a question
Back.
that I would like to address the group with.
Probably back to the academy so we can get the poison
I mean,
diffused.
the only other thing that I can think is if we are at all comfortable sleeping here, and
I had that thought too.
if Whirl is comfortable either sleeping in a bubble or sleeping in a pool, and we can get through the night, I can help in the morning.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd stay up overnight if that works for you guys.
Okay.
And just have a rough fucking day tomorrow. I would be totally fine doing that. If we could get whatever this is to not be this.
So what do we think would be quicker? Trying to get out of here and then getting to the academy, or resting here?
I mean, we could. Why don't we get to a place where we can try and talk to the academy and say, "Hey, can you fix this?" And if their answer is then we stay here.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we should get as high as possible, like as close to the surface as we can, then camp out. If we can't get, if like the academy isn't going to be much help.
Right.
And then
Like
in the
try and
morning-
find that staircase out of this area.
Yeah.
And see if I can stay in my bubble and just float up the staircase. If we need to.
So I will throw this on the table just in case, because I know the situation has drastically changed since one of us has become severely diseased.
Rude. Wonder who did that.
It's scurvy. We need
There was
oranges.
Get
at
some
least
lemons.
one or two places that you had observed along the way before the fight that you did say you wanted to eventually go back to.
Oh yeah.
Just wanted to make sure we didn't completely forget that. If you end up
Thank you.
deciding not to, again, totally cool. This is not meant to be a leading thing, but
That's true.
I do recall that there were at least one or two of those.
Yeah. There's
We wanted
Gar's
to go check
throne
out
room.
Gar's room. Yeah.
Oh
He's
yeah.
got a sweet narwhal looking spear thing.
I mean,
I don't think I could use it, but it looks dope. I don't know how to get there though. There was like a tunnel underwater to get there, and some sort of walkable exit entrance, but I don't know.
I think it's Whirl's called because
Yeah.
you're the one with the.
I mean, I didn't.
The most help right now.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the other areas, and I'm fine hanging out. Like I said, I'm fine hanging out in this bubble fully overnight, fully awake. If you guys have other stuff to accomplish down here, like currently we are at a stasis of like, I'm fine. Would I like this to be handled early? Sure. Am I going to be okay if it's not? If as long as it does get handled, also yes. So if we want to go look for things, I'm cool in this fucking floating bubble until the floating bubble decides it doesn't want to float. But so far, that's not done anything. So, if we think we can get to those places, totally.
We could go back the way we came, so we know where everything is. But do we
That's
want to
fair.
backtrack?
I mean, we could also continue going this way to keep ascending so that at the very least we can find out how to get out of here and then backtrack from there versus, you know, seeing our weird tentacle friend again and him being like, why aren't you leaving? Be like, sorry, we're trying to loot the place. Sorry, my bad. Hang on.
You're like, sorry, you turned me into a fucking mermaid, and I'm not stoked on it. You did this to you, my dude.
Did he tell you what he did, or did he?
Nope, he was just like,
do
I
it?
can't fix it, fuck you, and then like left.
Okay.
Kind of a dick move there,
Yeah.
tentacle man.
Again, not like there's ever been anything that's not a dick move that happens.
Also true. Also
From any,
true.
like, yeah, what moves have any of these people made that haven't been full dick?
He was
Huh.
neutral. Like he was somewhat neutral at the start, and he's still
Neutral dick, I
full
see.
Dick. Yeah, neutral dick.
Neutral dick. Chaotic dick.
Yep. Yep. Start floating.
So some- yeah,
going up.
start-
Yeah, let's just keep going up.
And maybe we'll accidentally
Yeah,
run into the
but-
throne room. Like, we don't know how this cavern connects.
Float, float, float.
Whoa, there's another room on that side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
gonna go there,
Iz and Terran, as the first to move there, you can see the currents being taken rather aggressively through these caverns, just as to
Ooh.
the waterfall itself to your south, and just straight up going into these big whirlpools at the ends.
Trippy.
No,
That's
this is the whirlpool.
Yeah.
falls out of bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't.
The one to the southwest does appear to have some dry land accompanying it, and not just like completely water like this one to the east. I think looking at our time here, this is a great opportunity for us to take one more quick breather for the day. Then we can think about what we're gonna do next. So we'll be right back.
Terrified that like something was gonna happen and
Right.
like to the like somehow they were gonna take drown and power up somehow. You're like, wait a minute.
Oof.
And then joke's on me. I was the one that got murked.
All right, well, we're back, and now basically trying to figure out where we intend to head next. So I've heard a mix of plans, or plan ideas, I guess, including but not limited to trying to contact the Academy for help with healing World's Affliction, staying in the bubbles and continuing to explore. Staying in the bubbles at backtracking, potentially resting overnight either in bubbles or on shallow water, at least for Whirl. So where have we landed? What are we thinking at this point?
I think we should move forward in bubbles.
Yes.
Looking
Trying-
at the list really quick of conditions, and I don't see pruning. Is there like a homebrew rule for pruning on how long we can stay in the bubbles and be okay?
Not me reasons.
It's in character. You'd all know that there's not going to be any real danger to like just being in water for extended periods of time.
There's
I'm
no
not
such
gonna
thing
be
as pruning in
osmosis
D&D.
to death.
Yeah. I mean, for flavor's sake, we can say there's some pruning, but not like, certainly not to the point of being in danger. As long as you can breathe, I'm calling it good.
I'll need a little bit on my tinderbox kit, but otherwise.
Yeah, all your stuff is soaking wet. That is the other thing to consider at the moment.
I mean, I fell in the water 3 times before we got into these bubbles, so I was just expecting
True.
that that's how I was living my life now.
Just everybody's slightly moist, and it's like, and we're vibing. So I think what we were planning on doing was going up and finding, like, as close to the surface as possible, and then going back the way we originally came down to check out the other stuff.
I'm okay with this.
I'm fine with whatever. I'm now in a bubble.
I'm very slowly floating this way.
Okay.
Just keep going up.
Really?
All right, if you're still going up, I'm going to have you guys pause about here
Okay.
Okay.
because you will start to see some things.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, I see there's another room.
the fan things.
Everybody make a history check, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna guide myself because
10 with a +7. Oh man.
12.
where's history? It's in the ancients.
11.
Aggressively average.
Yeah. We should change our name to
And
aggressively
then there's
average.
Taryn.
Yeah, 6.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Can that be the? I was like, is that the title of this session? Is just aggressively average?
I'm gonna write it down right now.
Oh man. Okay, so first of all, Taryn.
Yep, just me.
Right here, you are able to see a change in the current, where you see very clearly the 2 waterfalls, one to your north, one to your west. The water is, for the most part, flowing to your south, and then the currents get really strong at these outflows that went to the whirlpools and the far waterfall. What you see here, and I forgot to change this view again. Sorry, video viewers. Here we are. Right here, you notice a change in the current going up against the wall, just like the underground tunnels that you've seen, or underwater tunnels that you've seen to this point. Then to your left, I know at least 1 or 2 of you can see at least the beginnings of one token. You are able to see in that other room what you would only be able to describe as fish people. at a modest altar.
Would that altar look familiar to any of us?
From this distance, no.
So we didn't pass an altar on the way here.
There's a tunnel over there.
Tunnel?
Okay. Yeah, it's under that. The point to it over here. It's
Oh.
under that water again. Or that's where it is.
Have we tried merging our bubbles with the water?
You have not.
I'd be willing to try it for science.
I will let you try it for science.
Yeah?
Try it next to the land so you don't, get swept away if it doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Hey, good idea. Gonna slowly try and descend into the water with this bubble.
Okay. Walk me through it. Describe how this looks, how far you're going, all that jazz.
Cool. So I'm like swimming down, even though I think I know I don't necessarily have to do that. I'm still doing it anyway. And trying to get as close to this water as possible by like converging the surface tension of the bubble with the water down below, to see if that does anything. If it does, then I'll continue descending.
Okay.
And if not, then I'll be descending anyway.
Okay, so at the moment of contact, nothing really seems to change. Nothing happens to the bubble. Your speed doesn't really get affected. Doesn't feel like you have any extra resistance. And you go a little farther, and you'll feel like when your body starts to breach the surface of the water, still within the bubble, you're going to feel a slight change in temperature. It's a little cooler. And then if you continue farther, you'll get to a point where the rest of your body is now under the surface of the water itself, and you start to choke and cough on water.
Oh. Okay. Then I will very quickly try and ascend with said bubble if possible.
And once your head breaches the surface again, you are good as before.
Okay. Will very clearly shout as I'm ascending again, with this slow, cute little bubble. Nope, don't do that. No, it's actual water. It's still actual water. Still a nice barrier here, as you can see, and she's like still floating. You go into actual water. So, considering we're in the air and we're able to breathe there, being in the water means you'd be breathing water. So don't do it. Don't do it. Come back to the friends.
Cool. Do we want to check out those fish people, or
So maybe we don't.
Wait, fish people? What? You see fish people?
Yeah,
there's
let's
like
do
some
the fish
on
people.
this corner?
I mean, we were told by
you
Creepy
say there's
Tentacle
fish
Guy
people.
to not interfere with his friendos anymore. Do we want to
said
honor
don't
that?
cause conflict.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what their boundaries are, though, and if they just assume that we're here to mess with them, that's causing... I don't know, I'm kind of just apprehensive of everybody turning into water mer people at this point.
Also,
I mean-
people who are in the cults don't seem too jazzed to. Don't usually seem too jazzed when I enter a room, so maybe not.
Fair, but I'm also really good at talking to people, so we could like quietly bubble over, and if they're like, "Ha," we could be like, "Whoops, we got lost," and maybe they would be fine with it, and then we could just bubble our way back out.
Okay. All right.
Because we're not lost. So
That's fair.
not technically a lie.
This is correct. All right. I mean, if we're gonna go talk to some fish people, let's do the dang thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Or at least quietly sneak up on fish people.
are we at circus again?
I think it's probably best not to lie at this point because
We're at a circus. We got stuck in these bubbles. We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I might be turning into one of them, so maybe that also will help our cause.
Ooh.
Did you guys also get slapped by that guy?
no, I
I-
was unscathed. I'm kind of
No, I meant-
confused, but that's
I would
fine.
ask those guys, did
Oh,
you also
I
get
was
slapped
like-
by that guy?
I did a couple times, but
And then they might be like, why, yes, join our cult. And I'll be like, listen,
About that.
It's not really on the timeline right now.
fun fact.
Can't
no.
really pencil it in. Who wants to go first?
Okay. I will like quietly bubble in and just like up the waterfall and just like see what else I can see about these fish people in this altar.
Okay.
I don't know where I should put myself. What is allowed?
Here's good.
Great. Boop. I can't see anything. Okay, I can kind of see things. Okay.
Yeah, the pillars might be kind of in the way. I'm just gonna put your token here
Cool.
so that you can actually see the things, but Whirl is actually here.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh, they're full ass fish people.
oh,
Oh.
buddy.
That's fun. At first, I thought that his chin thing was his thumb and that he was doing this, and that is incorrect.
yep.
Oh, he's not? Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought the exact same thing.
He's very happy to be here.
Yeah.
There might be an additional handout for this. I actually want to figure that out because. Sorry, 1 second. No, not there. I'll check this one other place, and then if not, then we'll just have to leave that alone. Dang. Okay. Yep. There's a cool picture that I'll just have to do my best describing because I was hoping it would be a handout, but it's not a handout. So you can see these three fish people. It basically, like, one of them is standing with outstretched hands at a small, you can like kind of see it, altar right here. It's very small compared to the ones you've seen to this point. It does not have pillars. It's just like a slab of stone with like a tablet on it, a tablet of stone, and like random looking little trinkets.
Sure.
And the other two behind that one are like bowed down in a prayer position, with their heads like straight up on the ground, arms outstretched. And this one in the middle of what sounds like garbled chanting just stops and like it's really wide-eyed and looks at you, Whirl. And then the other two like look up really wide-eyed and they're just staring at you like this.
Hi. What you chanting? I probably don't speak whatever they're doing.
There is no response.
I'm going to cast Universal Speech on myself and repeat myself because I can. Crap. Where are you? As an action, you can choose 5 creatures within 60 feet, and they can magically understand me regardless of the language I speak for an hour.
They can understand you, but you can't understand them.
Correct.
Okay.
But maybe they'll like at least vocalize something.
Okay.
So I'll
So
try
you
again.
repeat yourself?
Hi. Yeah, hi. What are you chanting? We know Gar, and we were trying to get back to his room. Could you maybe direct us in that direction?
So after you, is this a spell or just a thing you?
It's an ability that I have being a bard.
Okay. So
I usually use it to like talk to the hippogriffs and stuff.
So there's not like any indication that you've clearly done something. It just sounds to them like you switched languages.
Totally.
And when you do that and like repeat yourself, they get this like kind of taken aback look for a moment, but like keep staring at you with these wide eyes, this like frown fish mouth look on their face. They look at each other and just point kind of the direction you came, but also what would be on the map as north.
Okay. So nothing about the altar looks like altars that we've seen other than it physically being an altar.
Make a perception check. DC's relatively low because you've seen it a bunch. Okay. Even from this distance, clearly not the same thing.
Cool.
Similar, like adjacent. Like altars are dedicated to a person, a place, or thing sort of deal, but this is not the same as the others you've seen.
Sure. Guys, should I say anything else to them? They look like they're not doing any harm. And we also like fully shut down their basis of operations. I would say that if I could to in an ability to not have them be listened to.
Paused.
Yes?
Pause. I have to give you a description. I forgot to. God,
Okay.
I forget some of the best stuff sometimes. This doesn't really change anything, but you know,
Okay.
atmosphere. The slimy water that fills this cave flows through a hole in the east wall. That's where you came from. Tall slime-covered columns ascend from the nasty water. Each one is decorated with a mosaic depicting elves, dwarves, humans, and other races, descending into the fanged maw of a three-eyed, tentacled horror at the base of the column. The monster's eyes glitter with gems. There is no mistaking it's a depiction of the aboleth.
Okay.
Yeah, can we get what Gar's room is so we can just get the fuck out of here?
Yep, they just point.
Thank you. Also, silly question. You see, do you know, you wouldn't know it, be able to tell me the answer to this, but if you know anything about this, a thumbs up or a question mark would be dope. Pointing to the fact that she's becoming translucent and gooey.
They speak in what you could reasonably assume are like maybe 3 or 4 garbled words that you definitely do not understand.
Cool.
And their demeanor remains unchanged.
All right. Well, thank you, sirs. I think we're gonna bounce. And then I will just like bubble my way backwards, like Homer slinking into the hedge, and be like, if Aboleth is in there, let's not go this way. I think Gar is north.
Yeah, let's just keep
Okay,
going.
let's start floating north.
Right. Goodbye, sirs. Blessings from not your queen. And just go back out this way.
I love Kuatoa out of game so much. They're so
Yeah.
weird and interesting.
The right kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so up here, if you're going north, you can go all the way in. There's nothing to pause for. Spoiler alert. I should pick one way and keep it consistent, though, so I don't give stuff away. This is a boring room.
Hey.
Sick.
Yeah, it's a a big outflow from the waterfall to the north, and other than some mist on the ceiling and stalactites, there's really nothing else of note other than, you know, outside of things you've already seen.
Keep continuing to due north.
Let's go into that.
To do a
small little
north.
room up there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That was very fast. Okay. I'm refusing to pick up my mouse.
Oh, this is, oops. Da-da-da-da. Yeah,
Did we lose Cal?
another boring room. Oh, no, he's there.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Another boring room. This tunnel actually looks, would look familiar. It is one of the tunnels to the east would be the room that you came in on.
Well then.
Do we go west then towards Gar's group? Maybe.
Oh, you're
What
trying to
direction
remember
is it
the
pointing?
throne room?
That's what I was under the impression we were trying to get to. Were we trying to get out, or were we trying to get to the throne room? So that we're gonna see if we could find the throne room, and if not, then get out.
Gotcha.
And I'd asked about that from those dudes, and they said north.
Gar's room. Yeah, I misunderstood that.
Okay.
But they would have pointed you the same direction, so nothing is affected because of that conversation.
Would they have also then pointed in additional direction?
No.
Oh, that's worth a shot.
So is remembering, you'd be able to recall your pathways enough that it would be like sort of in the center of the overall places that you've seen, both lengthwise and then like east-west. It's entirely possible that the underwater tunnel that you guys decided to not fuck with could have gone the correct direction. And if you wanted to retrace your steps from the beginning here, the original way you found it, it would be like take that tunnel and go south 2 major rooms to get there.
So it might be tricky to find. I'm okay with just getting out of here at this point.
I'm fine with whatever. If we think there's something in there that will help us, dope. If we don't, I'm fine leaving.
Yeah, I'm fine with leaving too.
Let's just get out.
Okay. Cal, any thoughts? You wanna go hunting for? I know you're a real loot hound.
Can always return at a later time.
All right.
So based on the
Start
direction
going
that
left?
based on the direction the water's going, would be able to tell perhaps which way to get out, because was it all flowing from that main chamber that we descended into?
Yes. So going against the current, this would be the way to get out the way you came.
Oh, okay, so then eastward.
Okay, cool. That was wrong.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm realizing
Oh,
that
Literally right here.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, I
Oh.
really wanted to turn on daylight mode for you guys. Daylight mode, explorer mode, but it looks like that for whatever reason really throttles everybody's memory. So it would be like super choppy and awkward for all
Sure.
of us to keep that. So for places you've explored, I'm just going to take on the assumption that your characters would remember things that you've seen and be able to retrace steps whenever you want to.
Yeah,
So I will always give that to
absolutely.
you.
Cool. I've never been so happy to see a big water node thing and slimy stairs.
And slimy stairs.
Yeah, let's go. Step.
So
Yeah,
do
are we still in our bubbles?
until you
I'm
decide
gonna-
not to be.
Yeah, we'll stay in here as long as we need to.
Yeah, I don't think I want to touch those stairs again.
So, thought. Do we want to try and call the academy now and let them know what's up? And then see if we stay here? Maybe?
Can we?
How far underground are we again? We're like,
I mean, we don't know till we try.
I
don't
can
know if we-
try, yeah.
Yeah.
how many third level spell slots do you have, Gert?
2.
I have 3. I can throw one of mine out, so
Okay.
you're not using as much. Cool. So we'll do sending. What do you want to say specifically? Like, if you can, like, if you know where this is coming from, come get us, and then like explain what's going on, or what do we want to do with that?
I mean, yeah, maybe we require, magical assistance.
So,
Yeah.
well, let me get to the thing where I can start typing this out.
Sure.
Can we talk? Character talk? We'll do character talk. Okay, so we'll go with, we need,
Magical medical assistance.
magical medicine, we'll say. Just so
Yeah.
it's like, we need magical medicine. If you need, or if you can, excuse me, if you can locate us now, please send help. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 words.
And then maybe like a brief description of Gert, you think you have a good idea of what happened to me is happening?
Yes.
Oh, we can do like,
Whirl is severely poisoned.
But stable for the time being?
Yeah.
oral is severe. For the time being, that's an extra 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words. So that's 23. I have 2 more. Love you. No.
Water. No. Water cult.
Yeah.
Yep. Water gold. Okay.
Plunging torrent?
Oh yeah. Plunging torrent is better.
Do they know what that is?
Oof, good question, actually.
River Guard Keep.
Underneath River Guard, maybe.
There you go.
That's good. That's good.
I'm like, how have we labeled this to them in the past?
Is that the cat?
Yeah. He's
straight
also
up
like
talking
really
to
God. Yes. No. I was going between. Is this the cat or is this a small child somewhere?
Right.
Like.
No, he has decided the
Correct.
last 2 nights to start this at 3:30, and not stop for 2 hours. And so last night I just closed the door and was like, "You can fucking deal with your own shit, buddy."
Okay, and who was this to specifically?
The headmaster of the academy.
Okay.
Whose name we still don't know.
Yep.
Uh,
Probably like fucking Elminster.
Ugh.
Yeah, they lied to us the entire time. This is
Yeah.
Elminster.
message received,
Yes.
and after maybe a minute, you'll get a response. We are unable to locate you. There's going to be more. You just got to think of it. We are unable to locate you. Shit. Massive brain fart. That's not part of the
Sending is
message.
hard.
It really is. Reacting to it in a way because like of course the world around you is still happening.
Right.
And now it's just like recall things that are happening and perhaps make them prevalent, perhaps not, depending
There
on
are
the
also
situation at hand.
There are also 5 of us to help figure out what to say and what not to say.
Right.
Right.
And he's probably not like, what should I send to those like chicken shit children that are trapped in the water?
Right. We're unable to locate you. This is the same as before.
That's 11.
Dwarves believe related to innate magic.
18?
If you can
16.
rest, do so.
Okay.
Perfect.
He told us, he just said that they can't find us and that it's, and that the dwarves think that it has something to do with innate magics. He told us to rest if we can, so.
I think that's our answer of what to do.
Let's get off of the staircase though, so we don't. So it's not all slimy.
Do we want to go up a level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
if you guys want to staircase up or bubble up, and I will continue to maintain bubble and just like follow the staircase.
Chill.
Okay. Who's staying in bubbles?
I am not.
I
I
am
would
not.
exit a bubble.
Just
Yeah.
Whirl?
I'm gonna keep mine
Okay.
as a safety precaution in
Uh-oh.
case.
I have a fear.
Don't let
not-
fears turn into potentially metagaming.
Oh, I'm not. I just happen to show emotion on my body.
If you're not
So-
conscious, it is just regular water.
Yep.
Cal and Whirl staying in bubbles, and what is our marching order?
I'll probably be last because I will be the slowest and also be in a bubble.
We'll be in like the probably the middle.
I'll go first.
Yeah, I'll be right behind Gert.
Okay.
I'll be towards the back with Whirl.
All right. So we're starting
So
to
we just
ascend the
had to
stairs. The first 3 of you get to the point of going behind the waterfall for the first time. And Cal, the moment you reach that point, your bubble bursts.
Cool.
And you land on your feet on the stairs, but your bubble is gone.
Good looking out, Kyle.
It seems we cannot take these any further.
Are we gonna
Looks
sleep
like
on
we're-
stairs?
Yeah, looks like we gotta sleep on the stairs. Right. Okay. Let's go more towards the bottom so there's not like a chance
Wow.
that we touch the barrier.
Hold on. Can we do
I have a thought, and I think it's the same thought.
shifts watching Whirl? And so we go upstairs, she's there, and then during our watching shifts,
You come
Hang
and
out.
hang
come
out.
back.
Yeah, I'll do. We can do that, but I want to put the hut like right Like I want to put a hut down like right in front of the door so nobody else can
But then you probably wouldn't be able to shift.
get to her.
Right?
Yeah, we wouldn't be
And
able to
I'll-
do shifts.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able
I
to
mean,
shift. I would
everyone
have
but-
to stay inside.
Yeah, he's the only one that would have to
Oh,
stay.
okay.
Everyone else could shift.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. So yeah, let's go up a level and like figure out our sleeping shifts.
Okay.
Cool. You hang out there, Whirl. Don't go anywhere.
Bye.
Bunny, hope you find
You
your
can still
dad.
hear the cat talking.
I know, I love it so
I've been trying to mute it because
much.
it's like, bro, that's your fucking baggage.
Is he fixed?
He is. I think he has a UTI.
Oh.
Oh,
You
geez.
know,
no
poor
fun.
little buddy.
Okay, so Whirl's staying down here in a bubble.
Correct.
Okay, and Taryn, you
In
have
quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Taryn, you're at the top with the hut,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like one or two other people down here with Whirl at a time, right? So between Gert, and Cal, how would you guys like to work that out?
I'll
I
be
can-
taking a shift.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
take first shift.
So who's
I
going to be
can-
Stag and who's going to be a pair?
I'll hang out with Gert.
Great.
Okay. And that was first shift. And Cal's
Yeah.
second.
While Cal watches, Whirl, I will take just a regular watch shift to make sure that nobody actually enters the building itself.
Okay. So, theater of the minding this a bit. I'm not going to shift the map for now, but so the staircase traverse is about 300 feet. So it like takes a while to, swirl all the way up to where the hut is, but it would be clear enough that that's there. Whirl, let's start with you. You'll need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Or
Okay. So you will, by the end of the night, be suffering one level of exhaustion from
Fair.
not sleeping, right? Or
yeah,
not
I mean, I figured that anyway because I was floating in a bubble.
right. The rest of you, perception checks, please.
Sure.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, the rest of you, perception checks.
I'm guiding myself.
Nice.
20.
26.
I got a 5.
Oh, Cal. Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck.
Okay. So first shift is and Gert. Taking watch with Whirl. Is there anything that the three of you would like to be doing or discussing during this time?
Hey, Gert.
Yes.
In case I entirely turn into water, would you mind sending a message to my dad?
Of course, but that's not gonna happen because
I know. I mean, he might think it's kind of cool. I would not think it's kind of cool. There's like some feelings there, but I would like to do that anyway, because maybe it'll be easier because we're already in water. I don't know. It's just been a while.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. God, I've thought about this for like 4 weeks, guys. Hi, I'm here with World. Did you make it back safe? Is her mom okay? Oh my God, is her mom okay? Where are you? So many questions. Really, just any of that.
Okay.
Also, I got slapped by a bad guy and I might be turning into water.
We're gonna be okay.
I know.
Are you feeling okay? I mean,
Yeah.
like physically, emotionally. I know this is kind of whack, but
I mean, just kind of like a general, this is weird. And I feel like we've not really hit a point where something this bad or weird has happened other than, all of the voices in our heads. So
Yeah.
the physical part is weird. Like my brain feels fine other than fear. I just don't, it's just weird.
This is
That's
both
all.
fair and valid.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this can be fixed tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. But I'm going to have 2 or 3 plans brewing in my brain, just in case it is, because that's how I do this.
Well, we've got. If my spell doesn't work, we've got plenty of water.
Mhm.
We can use our bandage. Keep that wound damp, and get us to a place where people with bigger magic can do bigger things.
Sure. Yes.
Well said.
We're okay. You're okay.
Thanks. I think as she's having this conversation, her wind is has slowed. Like she's shy about the situation. And then after that, it kind of gets back to whirl.
Okay. Cal and Taryn, is there anything that you would be discussing before the actual... no, Taryn, you're taking watch while Cal is sleeping. Did I get that right?
Taryn's upstairs for his watch. I'm downstairs with Whirl for that watch.
Second watch.
So
yeah.
we're up at the same time. He's just downstairs and I'm watching.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
up
Okay.
at the hut.
Okay. So we'll switch gears then. That, Cal ends up coming down at about the right time, and Iz and Gert, you're able to go up and take the actual, sleep you need.
Did we send the message
What message?
to Brian?
Oh,
Oh,
That
did
was
you?
that was I
thought
had
that was
asked
a
that we
if you
could.
died sort of thing.
Oh no, that was I'll do it later. Never mind.
Okay, yeah, I was fully under the if
Oh,
you
no.
die.
I've been low-key asking to do it for a bit, I thought, but it's not a big deal. We can do
No,
it.
then let's
Okay.
do it now. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was hey, when I die,
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
This is
Yeah.
more of I wanted to talk to him before I die. This is like a
Gotcha.
last rites more
Okay.
than a send
So-
a message home.
so you got 25 got 25
know.
words, baby.
I don't know what those words are. General message of are you okay? Did you make it back? Is World's mom okay? Spoiler alert, World might be turning into water.
Okay. So
But she's okay.
Whirl. Hold on.
I believe in you.
Do you think I need to introduce myself?
I mean, he's seen you a couple times. I did point you out and say this is Whirl, and she saves us and stuff, and also she's kind of an angel. So he's met you.
Okay.
If you want to, I think that's more of a personal choice of how you like to talk to people with your brain.
Well, we have a lot of information to
Fair.
get through here. Whirl is
Diseased.
I was ill, poisoned. I guess poisoned is the best.
Poisoned but okay.
Poisoned but stable. She wants to know things. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay,
Okay.
we got 15. Wants to know things.
How about, are you okay?
Okay.
Did you make it to Seacomer? Seacomer is one word. That's the town I'm from, where my mom would be.
Okay. 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19.
Is Helena okay? That's my mom.
That's 22.
Cool. And then love Whirlybird, which is
Sure.
the single cutest nickname in the world, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Can honestly say I came up with that one on my own.
It's so good. It was so good.
So we have Whirl is poisoned but stable. She wants to know things. Are you okay? Did you make it to Seacomer? Is Helena okay? Love, Whirlybird.
Perfect. And then maybe like a blah at the end, just if you want to use that last word.
I'm good. I'm good.
Be like corn dog. Fuck.
So yeah. Casting sending.
I think at this point, out of anticipation, she's like pulled her knees up to her chest and is like sitting in tiny ball inside of a bubble of water air.
Seacumber and Helena are as lovely as I recall.
Ah!
I forget the other questions. I'm sorry.
Are you okay? Did you make it? Is she okay? That's it.
Yeah, those are the
So
questions.
I
But
think I
I did
covered
say
all those in one answer.
yes.
Yeah.
But I did say that she is poisoned. So if he wants to add anything to, I don't know, help.
I have full confidence in her and your abilities for whatever affliction it is.
Cool, bro.
All powerful being. He's just gonna leave us alone. Which it was fine. Totally expected. That's fine.
Well, we're all good news.
Yes.
He's there. She's there. It's there. Everybody's happy.
Great.
You
That's
guys
good.
they're great. And he has full confidence in you, your abilities, and my abilities to, and our abilities, just as far as a whole, as a group,
Cool.
to make
Thank
this
you.
happen.
Great. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, now it's bedtime.
So shift change.
Yes.
And Taryn, you will be observing up top. Cal observing below. Taryn, it is oddly quiet in this place. You recognize it, of course, as the sort of mid-level that is the common space between the temples and the like deeper dungeons that the nodes have been in. The magical energy surrounding you is palpable. It doesn't really seem like it's changed at all since you've been in and out or doing things, but this is really the first time that you're like spending a significant amount of still undisturbed time in it. And it's got this aura, this feeling to it for you that is entirely unique. It's not just like lingering spells, but it's also not just like the power of magical creatures. There's something innate about this place and clearly ancient that you can at least feel.
I think, kind of sitting awake with this kind of lingering feeling, Taryn would take the blindfold that he made for himself, that he would use to sleep, that he would put on his eyes while he would sleep, and kind of, while he was awake, he would tie that around his eyes again and kind of sit still in one position and try to take it in and understand it more, as much as he could in the short amount of time that he would be keeping watch. Just kind of resonate in it and kind of feel it as much as possible.
Okay. By this point, and for the rest of you, by the end of the watch... Nope, I gotta go to Cal first. Sorry. Cal. There's a lot of noise happening between the waterfall and maybe the stress of knowing that Whirl's in some kind of danger that nobody's really been able to help so far. So you don't really notice if there is anything else going on that you might have to react to. However, you do have the time available to you to do anything or talk with Whirl, or is there anything in particular you wanted to do during this time?
I don't have anything that I was going to be doing or anything. Just keeping an eye out, making sure the bubble's still okay, and making sure we're all still doing all right.
Okay. Yeah, so far as you can tell, all is well as could be, I guess. And then, so by the end of the watch, you do all achieve a long rest, and there's a couple things to note. First of all of you would notice that for those of you who have still had whispers lingering, they are gone. Second, for Iz, at the very end of your sleep, you are going to see an image of Renwick appear in front of you, as you had originally seen him. He's going to be standing in front of you, looking like straight into your eyes. And then he'll sort of cross his hands and squint. He's clearly thinking about something. And then you'll have this sort of flashback to when he smashed the bottle on the ground and you had been training with him. You'll like see that from third person perspective in a sort of fast forward sequence. And by the end of it, he'll be in his full battle armor, and at its conclusion, sort of stick his shadow sword into the ground, take a knee, as if he was praying. And then out of his back will sprout the very wings that you witnessed for yourself after he had been stabbed. And he rises again as the Templar that you know. And the entire time you get there's no voices or anything, but a thought keeps crossing your mind that mimics one of these whispers or fears that you had at least at one point. Do you know where this magic came from? All of you will wake the next morning, and we have a level up to do.
Ooh, cool.
Okay.
Man, milestone progression is wild.
Yeah. It's been a day.
It really is.
Okay, buddy, listen.
Okay, so we're going to talk about level up stuff next time. I think this is one of the rare times we're gonna have it where it's just like lined up with a probable end of the session anyway, where we don't have to rush through it. You can take your time and figure out what you're gonna do and all that stuff. And we will talk about our level ups to open next time.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
heck, I know you just made it. Sorry. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end our session today. Oh, actually, no. There is one more thing I need. I knew I was forgetting something. Whirl. At the end of the level up. At the end of the rest, I should say. You do also experience the level up. You are healed to full health, as far as like HP goes. You are still afflicted.
That's what I figured.
All right. So that's going to be it for now. I think we're back in 2 weeks, right, guys?
I think
The
so.
12th?
I don't think I'll be present next time. I do think I have a party, like a graduation party I need to go to.
Okay. So what? We'll keep an eye on Twitter and shit for when we're going to be back. We'll circle back with everybody and see what's coming up next. Summer schedules. It's going to be funky. It's all good. But that's it for now. So adios until next time.